Okay, so let's get right into this. Today, we're going to break down this incredible video that shows the wildest difference between a vacation that costs $1 and one that costs $250,000. We're going to see what that journey actually looks like. I mean, it's a question that sounds kind of crazy, right? But what we're really going to explore here isn't just about, nicer hotel rooms or better food. It's about a total shift in what's even possible, what you can buy, and what an experience really is at these two extremes. So, the whole premise of this thing is that it's set up as a challenge. It's set on purpose to create this massive contrast between pure suffering and absolute happiness. You got to start at the very bottom to make the climb that much more insane. And this slide just nails it. It boils the whole journey down perfectly. You're going from just trying to survive to pure spectacle, from a literal shack to a private world that's all yours. And yeah, from raccoons to robots. That's the spectrum we're about to travel. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty, starting with the two most jarringly different price points right off the bat. Seriously, this isn't just a step up, it's like jumping into a completely different universe. $1? It was actually, I think, 93 cents to be exact. Just think about that for a second. What kind of vacation could you possibly get for less than a cup of coffee? Turns out, not a whole lot. For that dollar, this is what you get. A shack. The bed is literally just a mattress thrown on some wood planks. The floors are covered in sand. The one light fixture kinda works. Oh, and the main feature? A raccoon that's apparently living on the roof. It's less of a vacation, more of a dare. And this really gets to the why. Why on earth would you start here? Well, this quote says it all. You have to set that baseline of real, genuine misery to make the crazy luxury that's coming next feel even more, well, crazy. It's a storytelling trick, and it works. Okay, get ready for some serious whiplash here. We are jumping from one single dollar all the way to $10,000. That's a 10,000x increase. The difference is, well, you're about to see. It's staggering. So what does 10,000 times the money get you? Well, you go from a raccoon on the roof to a private park filled with flamingos. You go from one mattress on the floor to an entire floor of the hotel for each person. And my personal favorite, you get a hotel room that comes with its own live jellyfish. Yeah, it's just a completely surreal level of luxury. So here's where it gets really interesting. We're moving beyond just having nicer stuff. The next leg of this journey isn't about a bigger pool or a comfier bed. It's about what the money really buys: access. The ability to do things that are just impossible for everybody else. Let's see how this plays out. Our next stop is Paris for a $50,000 vacation. And for that kind of money, you're not just buying a hotel room. You're kind of buying the city itself. And this is exactly what I mean by access. Just look at how this breaks down. You don't just go see the Eiffel Tower. You take a private ferry to it and walk into it when it's completely empty. You eat at the fancy restaurant with literally no one else there. And then you go up to a secret top floor that the public never, ever gets to see. And the absolute peak of this power that money buys, it all comes down to this one moment. With just one word, they turn all the lights of the Eiffel Tower on. And then completely off, plunging it into total darkness. I mean, that's the ultimate show of control. You bought an experience that changes the skyline of an entire city. So, we've bought a landmark. What's next? Now we're buying status. The next vacation is $100,000 in Switzerland at a hotel that's not really for tourists, it's for presidents and world leaders. I love this slide because it makes the whole idea of security so real. The windows, they're 2 inches thick and bulletproof. The doors, also bulletproof. There's a panic button that instantly locks down the entire floor. And hey, as the video points out, Bill Clinton stayed here, and he was not assassinated. So, it works. But here's where it just gets completely absurd. What do you do when you have presidential-level security? You take the whole motorcade, bodyguards and all, to go to McDonald's. That one little detail just perfectly captures the ridiculous spectacle of it all. Okay, so we've seen luxury, we've seen exclusive access, we've seen presidential power. Now for the big finish in Japan, it's something totally different. It's just a pure overload of once-in-a-lifetime experiences all crammed together one after the other. $250,000. This is it, the top of the mountain. And for that price, what you get is less like a vacation and more like a greatest hits album of an entire lifetime. Just listen to this timeline.
In the morning, you're driving real-life Mario Karts through the busiest intersection in the world. In the afternoon, you get a private lesson from a master swordsman. In the evening, you eat dinner prepared by one of the world's best sushi chefs on your own private floating restaurant. And at night, you get an entire immersive art museum all to yourself. Each one of those things is a bucket list item, and they're all happening on one trip. And the grand finale, the big finish that tops all of that? They rented out an entire amusement park, Fuji-Q Highland, home to some of the craziest roller coasters on the planet. And they didn't just do it for the rides, they did it for one very specific reason: to finally meet PewDiePie. It's the ultimate mix of unbelievable cost and super personal, exclusive access.
So, wow. After that whole journey, from a $1 shack with a raccoon to a $250,000 private amusement park, what's the big takeaway? What have we really learned from all this? It all comes back to that main question, right? After seeing everything, what's the real difference? What does that kind of money actually buy? What is the ultimate luxury? And this right here is the answer. The ultimate luxury isn't the stuff. It's not about the fancy sheets or the expensive food. It's about buying experiences that are fundamentally impossible for anyone else. It's shutting off the Eiffel Tower. It's having an entire museum to yourself. It's renting a theme park. The greatest power of that kind of wealth is being able to buy moments that just aren't on the menu for the rest of the world.